about local policies, QoS. We're going to apply QoS map on the inbound interface in the side DC. The QoS map will have 3 QoS scheduler and 3 queues. We're going to define our bandwidth percentage and the QoS buffer percentage based on each scheduler. As we just said, we're going to define this QoS scheduler, QoS map in the local policy. Local policy is a traditional policy. It will apply to each of the device. So first you will see is the topology, full mesh topology with a strict enabled. That's internet to internet, MPLS to MPLS color. The first we define is a field loopbacks interface for data prefix. We define a loopback interface in the DC side, which is 10.1.0.16/32, and loopback is the 13.13.13.13/32 in our side 3. And the last one will be the 15.15.15.15/33 in our side 4. Let's hop over to our vManager, check policies, and the local policy will check our list. And here I've defined a loopback interface. There's a loopback interface in the DC, loopback interface in side 4, and the loopback interface in the side 3. In the next, we'll define the class map. The first class we'll define is our VoIP traffic. We'll make a Q0, save it. So Q1, the next Q, will be our block. Lastly, there will be other traffics. The traffic will be Q2. So in here, we define a 3Q, 3 class for VoIP, others, and a block. They're in the Q0, Q1, and Q2. After class map, we're going to define the forward class / QoS. This is to define the QoS map. Let's create new. We'll just say it's QoS1, QoS1. For that, there's already defined for the Q0. That's for the forwarding class control. This Q0, as you remember, is defined previously as VoIP traffic, and the schedule type is LLQ, low latency queuing, and we drop to the tail drop, and we gonna promise the 100% bandwidth, and the burst is 15 Mbps. So we don't have to worry our VIP is already been defined, so we have to add a queue. Add a queue is Q1 for block. With block, we're gonna make sure you give it to 50% bandwidth, buffer 50. We're gonna make to WRR with a round robin. Job, we're gonna to say run a round earlier. Save queue. Next to queue, we can define as Q2 for other traffic. The other traffic we're also gonna say, give it 30%. give us 30%. This time we just drop the tails and save that. Save the policy. Now we successfully define a QoS map. So the next we're gonna go to a policy, localized policy. We're gonna add a new policy. Click next. We now we're gonna to import existing QoS map, QoS1, and we'll click next. In here we define access list and where to apply the interest traffic for this QoS map. Okay. We're gonna say we're gonna add a QoS. We're gonna say QoS ACL. Gonna add ACL. So we know, everybody knows, like DSCP 46 is a VoIP traffic. We're going to first classify it. We're going to put in the class VoIP. That's our Q0. We match any DSCP packets in IP packet, any traffic 46. I'm going to put it in the Q VoIP Q0. Let's save it. And next, we want to say, we're going to say ending destination to the loopback interface in size 3. We're going to make class going to make it block. And for all other traffic we're set 000 slash 0. We're going to put it into the class others Q2. Save that. Now define the 3 access lists. First, we met any traffic met with DSCP 46 will put in the VoIP class Q0. Any traffic go to the loopback interface in size 3, you're gonna put in a block. Any other traffic, we're gonna put into others Q2. So that saves ACL policy. All right, let's move on to next. We don't need to define any root policies for QoS. For policy overview, policy name, we just say policy 2 or any name you want. Policy 2. Check cloud QoS. Check cloud QoS service side. Save it. Now we define the localized policy name policy 2 for QoS. We have the QoS map and we have the QoS for ACL. Now what we want to do is to go to device device template for DC side. Go to additional template. In policy, we choose policy 2. Click update. This is going to pull all the template to our local VH1 and VH2 in the site DC. I'm going to pause my video till it's applied. Now, the policy has successfully applied to the device template in vEdge 1 and 2 inside DC. Now, let's open our vEdge 1. When I show run policy, we can see the policy has been successfully put to the device. We'll see our QoS scheduler for what kind of queue and what kind of buffer and schedule. I see the Q0, Q1, Q2. You see how to get it matched for all these queues. And we know how to, our ACL defines the matching criteria. What we want to is now apply this QoS map, QoS1, to the inbound interface. The inbound interface here we talk about is the GE0/6. We're going to apply the QoS map, QoS1, for adding QoS policy. So that reminds me, we're going to go to our feature template. We're going to search our feature template VPN1. That's a dual site. So find that interface, feature template. We're going to go to ACL QoS for this interface. It's our ingress. Sorry, we're not applying ACL, we're applying the QoS. So the global, we're going to put QoS1. That's it. Let's update. This also going to make update to vEdge1 and vEdge2. We're going to just apply to the device. Now we're going to see the config difference where the QoS map is going to apply to the GE06. Click configure device. Now this configure is going to apply to the GE0/6 interface in vEdge1 and vEdge2 in DC side. The QoS has been successfully applied to the device. Now we're going to go to vEdge1. We're going to show you some commands. Show run VPN1. We're going to see the interface GE06 to show run VPN1 interface GE06. Now the QoS map has been successfully applied to the interface. We're going to show policy map QoS map info, and this proves that the QoS map QoS1 has been applied to the interface 0/6, and it show policy QoS scheduler info. We can see all the scheduler info we defined for the Q012.